Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are doing great. On today's video, I'm having Sibongile Mabel, who is married to a Nigerian man. She's here to tell us about intercultural relationships and what can one expect, and then learn from those challenges to become a better person in marriage. So here she is. Enjoy.
Hi guys, my name is Bongile Mabel Imanzito, born and raised in the Val Triangle, and I'm featured today on this channel to talk about this interesting topic. I hope you guys enjoy. So, I am a Zulu girl. Kim Zulu. Although I know nothing about my culture, Zulu. And I'm married to a Nigerian man who comes from Edo State, from the Ishan tribe. So we've been in this beautiful journey for some time now. We met in 2019 through an amazing friend of mine, and yeah, we've been together since then. We met in Feb 2019. A couple of months later, he proposed. A couple of months later, we got married. So we got married in 2020 February. And yeah, it's been a beautiful journey filled with the lows and the highs, but yeah, it's been a beautiful journey. I look back and laugh because I never thought that I'd be married to a Nigerian. The narrative that these people are dangerous, they're nasty. So I used to be so fearful of Nigerian people, like literally everywhere. But today I'm here, married to one. God proved me wrong. So yeah, it's been a journey, it's been a journey. And I never thought that culture shock is there and it's real. I learned about culture shock in sociology, second year. We were learning about culture, the significance of culture. But I never really thought that it's that real. So meeting my husband came with challenges, and challenges included discovering a new culture. We are two different people that comes from two different cultures and traditions and way of doing things. So I'm comfortable with calling my mom, hey Mzala, which means friend, or calling her Rebecca or Os Rebecca. But where my husband comes from, it's not acceptable to call your mother by name. There was a time when I was chatting and he saw the chat. Why do you call you? Who's Mary? I said, she's my aunt. And he was like, but why would you call her by name? I said, but that's her name. And he said, no, where we come from, we don't call the elders by their name. So he said, change all the contacts like your aunts and write auntie, auntie, auntie. So I had to change them from Mary to Auntie Mary, Auntie Vicky, Auntie, Auntie, Auntie. But I didn't understand at the time, and I felt bullied. How you come into my life and you want to change how I do things. But then with time, I've learned certain things. So he's a man of so much. He knows where he comes from. He knows his culture. Often I would hear things like, maybe if I don't do things the right way, that in my culture or where I come from, when we do this, it's not acceptable and we call it an abomination. And if it's done, you need to fix your problem, blah, 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 blah. So, because, we come from different backgrounds and some of us lack the presence of fathers, like absent fathers. You feel like when a man is telling you something, he's trying to control you. No, you can't even differentiate between the teaching and bullying. So now I thought I was bullied. But with time, then I realized, oh no, this is teaching, this is wisdom. So now, how I carry myself is important to me because I've learned not to carry myself. I've learned not how to carry myself as a wife in the marriage, but also to other people. I've learned to be respectful. I've learned to approach the old people in a different manner. I've learned to respect my mom more than I did before. I've learned so many things through those cultural principles. So it was a challenge, and it's still a challenge because you can't learn everything instantly. But with the little that I've learned, I've really seen progress and I've seen the beauty of it. Do you understand? So with discovering a new culture comes things like your language, you know, like I said, when I was in the phase of relationship with him, I didn't bother myself to learn or to know. I felt the need not to know about his language. I mean, why would I bother myself knowing about his language when I don't even know my language? It didn't make any sense. But that discovery became so much beautiful that you are learning about different cultures, different way of doing things, and then there comes things like culture in, you know. When he spoke on the phone, sometimes I would feel so much offended because I thought he was gossiping about me. But with that willingness that came, I learned the language, and it's interesting, you know. I might not know everything about Isha or whatever, but with the little that I know, you know, I'm happy that I can engage in conversations. And when I call my in-laws now, we talk the language, and there's a challenge that they gave me, that I need to learn at least one word every day. It's not easy, but we are learning. And I'm not doing this to please him. I'm doing this because I've learned to have that interest and the willingness. I've learned the importance of knowing about where your husband comes from. And also now, with the interest of knowing about him, also gave me that interest to know about where I come from. So suddenly, I've been so much curious about my culture. So I was even telling my husband that I need to meet with my dad and we need to sit and talk. I want to know where I come from. I want to know about my culture. Even when I go to Nigeria, tell them about my culture, you know, where I come from. Even when I go in other parts of the world. So with that interest, then I've become so much open-minded, you know, and it's very exciting. It's so exciting. The second part or challenge is the food. Sure, I come from a different background where you clean or don't clean, it doesn't, you know. My friend Sarah will tell you that even in high school, I was not a domesticated person. I did not clean at home. I did not cook. I did nothing. I was just that person. I was a bookworm, and I did things my own way, the way I wanted to. Now, with meeting a man like him, certain things came into being, you know. When we used to meet before, he used to cook, you know, and I became comfortable with that. But now, with being in marriage, you learn that it's not good for you as a wife not to know how to cook. So it was challenging. I used to get so annoyed every time I had to go and cook. And not just cook, but cooking Nigerian food, because Nigerian food is a lot. It takes time to prepare. But with that, then came a new skill. Now I learn how to cook, and the kitchen has become my friend, like my domain. You understand? And another thing that we faced as a challenge, or I think I've mentioned it before, is that the different worldviews on how to the way I value. Because I would say that I took some things very light, and I was a bit careless here and there. But also, I've also learned the values of family, the values of relationships, and most importantly, love. But all these things came with me having the willingness to learn. Like I said before, I lacked the interest to learn. I felt the need not to learn. But the moment I developed the interest to learn, then it became easier for me. Even with the challenges faced, I still push, I still pursue, you know, and it's exciting in a way. So yeah, it's been a journey. It's been a journey, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful for your platforms like social media now, where we get to engage with other women. Like there's this group now on Facebook that I'm part of, where it's a group of South African women married to Nigerian men, and we engage and we talk about these things, and they make us grow and learn, because some of them have been in this thing called marriage for decades. You know, we are still new babies, but we are learning in the process. So for me, that's what I faced, the discovering of the new culture, like moral principles, you know, abiding to certain things that are of morality, the language, the food, and the world view. So with that being said, I conclude. Thank you very much for your time. I hope you enjoy.